Hi, I'm Rob and this is Gems of War. In this video I'm going to show you the team I'm going to use for this Orcs Path World event. This is an event you do with your guild mates, so you combine your strength and you deal massive damage to the opposition. And how you do that, you gain these tokens. It's worth grabbing these rewards absolutely straight away before you even start the game, because you may be able to get one upgraded straight away. Let's undo this first, and yet another Orb of Wisdom to throw in my piles of Orb of Wisdom I just simply cannot use. Right, let's evolve the badge. The badge gives you, this is a good one, Badge of Might. This gives you extra damage on skulls and spells in the game, so this is really good. This opens up a wealth of possibilities for different troops in the game. You get extra skull damage and extra spell damage, and you get it upgraded ultimately to a Medal of Might, and you're going to be doing a whopping plus 160 skull and spell damage in this event. Now the cool thing about this is you may not be doing that absolutely straight away because the event is young, but as it goes on and you combine your might with your guild, and you will soon be doing that 160% skull and spell damage. So what this basically means is what can start out a not so powerful team actually can get mighty powerful as the event goes on, because as the enemy gets more powerful, then you get more powerful too, so you can still actually do devastating damage. Now what I do recommend straight away also is you go to the shop and buy tier 1. This gives you another token of might, but also a potion of enchantment. This means all your troops start enchanted at the start of each and every battle for the entirety of this event, which is super duper ultra useful, if that's even a thing. Well, it is, because I just said it. Anyway, and you can obviously get different tiers as you go along as well if you should go so far. But for the team for this, I'm going to have some fun with this. Now basically, regarding the enemy, just always take the ones which are highest level first, like the mythic teal ones first, the legendary orange ones second, and so on. They're always worth the most points. I'm going to go to the higher level ones as we go along here for the benefit of the video. But for this, I'm going to have some crazy fun with our baldy giant friend. This team is just so fun to use. I will show alternatives if you can't use a team with 3 boulders. But let's show how it works. The Crown of Horns explodes a bunch of blue gems, which is going to feed boulder just straight away. Grants a random status effect to all giants, and we are all giants, and has a summon as well. So if we got unlucky and we lost one of our baldy friends, we can create another giant in its place. We're in Titan class. This is absolutely superb for this team. All giant allies start with 50% mana, which means everyone, so Balder only needs 6 to start casting like an absolute maniac. We also benefit from the champion talents too. Inflict stun when enemies deal skull damage to me. Mace of Power, gain 2 magic if using a mace, and we are. Stone Circle, all brown allies gain 3 armor, is just whatever. Storm Aura is really good though. Create a dust storm at the start of a battle, because this means we can charge up our weapon really quickly. And that has a double, if not triple, effect. The Rock Solid one below that, gain a barrier when matching brown gems. We're going to get loads of brown gems on this just by automatically matching, which means we're going to have a constant barrier almost. And then we're going to be bloodthirsty, become enraged on 4 or 5 gem matches. This combined with the amount of skulls that Balder's going to produce is going to be devastating to the opposition. And we are in Fortitude, immune to stun, poison, disease, Deathmark, Lycanthropy, and Devour. So I've just noticed got a Medal of Arnu on at the moment. You should change that. You don't need an Arnu for this. This is one of those teams when everybody starts with 50% mana that is completely wasted. So I was going to ignore that, but I'm going to do this properly. You should always check your medals. It's a good thing to do. So I'm going to get rid of that Arnu. So we got the Badge of Might. We needed to pop that one in there anyway. So that's a pretty good mix. We'll roll with that. Right, now, if you don't have 3 borders, let's see what you can do quickly. Edit. Right, so what I would do then, if presuming most people are going to have 1 border. It was the event troop a few months ago, so everybody should have this, unless you're a really new player, in which case you're going to have to wing it a bit, unfortunately, because it's impossible to do a video for literally everybody with all different alternatives of troops that people do and don't have. But a good way to go out of this would be to put in full. This is for the people that don't have 3 borders. If you got 2, use 2, and then I would go with maybe something like even like this. Really good. Inflict Hunter's Mark on the first enemy, then convert all green gems to skulls. We don't use green in this team, so that is a good thing to do. And start battles with full mana, so you can do that absolutely right off the bat. And you can try it with these as well. Convert all yellow gems to skulls and give 20 attack to the first ally. Start battles with full mana. An Hypothesis, just go mad straight away. Again, convert green to skulls again. And give 32 life to the first ally, whichever you prefer. They all start with full mana. If you've only got 2 borders, maybe chuck in a Trick Nala. If you've only got 1 border, maybe chuck in a Fist of Zorn and a Trick Nala. A few different ways to go, and they use different mana colours too, which means you actually get to use all the different colours, or most of them anyway. But for this triple border team, we're going for +2 red, +1 brown, -1 purple. So let's dive in, because this is a little bit nutty. We are only creating 12 skulls with this, remember, not the maximum 16, because the way border works is it needs creates 4 skulls boosted by blue allies. It's only the hero which is not blue. You can change this if you like. May do this actually later on. We can see what we got by doing that. It's only really the status effect to giant allies which is handy. So I may actually switch this right now, to be honest, because I do want the maximum amount of skulls. So I'm just going to probably edit this on the fly. Oh, that's the reason. The reason why I didn't go blue as well is because I didn't want it to completely mana block border. But it still might be good. You're still going to get charged up really quick because of the enchantment. I'll start with this. There's the option to change it later. But with 3 borders, there's going to be so many skulls on the board, it's going to be ludicrous. We're going to be enraged a lot of the time as well. There you go, we're ready to go straight away. Cast that. Borders are ready to go. Somebody's dead already. In fact, we've got an extra turn, so we'll just cast that again. Let's cast border. We've already got a status effect. See you later, Jack. Bob's your auntie. Fanny's your aunt. And everybody's dead, Dave. 2 event sigils, some skulls. Drake Rider. Let's do the higher level opponents regarding ascension level. So again, take any 4 matches or 5 matches when they're there. Just automatically got a barrier because of the rock solid. You can take this if you like, it is guaranteed, but no need to take that 4 match either. In fact, with all the skulls there, it's going to work in your favour to leave it half the time. You can just go nuts with border, doing lots of baldy damage. And the 3rd one's charged now, so we cast again, and you can actually win this in a single turn if you're lucky with the skulls. You can just cast border, get a really lucky cascade, and just demolish the opponent. It can happen really quickly. I've seen it happen before. Right, so weapon charged up. Loads of blue gems, completely feeds border. Skull, mayhem, may as well get that just for the crack. This is going to fly because you don't have to do all this today, remember. The benefit for these kind of events is, remember, they last all week. So if you use up your sigils, you'll get some more the following day, and then by then the chances are your team will have done more of the rewards and your power is going to go up. And you'll be doing even more damage with this team. You can obviously take that straight away if you like. No harm in doing that, but I like to leave quite a lot of skulls on the board. And let's give them a wallop. The other borders are up. More skulls, more death. The last border is up. It's kind of a bit silly, but fun. Oh, let's beat up the new troop. Poor girl. It's not my fault you got those funny teeth. Alright, we'll get red if we can. That's going to give us blue at the same time. Super duper. Well, that was unfortunate, wasn't it? This is going to backfire on you so badly. It is kind of a bit silly. Right, let's do that. And do a bit of that. With a hint of that. Collect that later from the event. Yeah, that's going to charge up the weapon next round. Cast this is going to charge up the borders. Yeah, this is a bit lazy, isn't it, really, but let's face it. Oh, it's kind of fun at the same time. Don't boy, he's looking so miserable all the time. He's a really good troop. He should he should turn that frown upside down and put that into a big smile. He's a good troop. People like to use him. He's a fun guy to play around with. In this game, I'm not that way inclined. If you're thinking of the other. Ooh, that's a lot of skulls which just missed. Let's give the bottom baldy a bit of action. Then the next one. Not even going to bother collecting those purple near the top. Super duper easy. Who else we got now? Let's, I don't know. Let's pick on this one. Do like that new troop though, that troop Nala. Very handy indeed. We're now enchanted and enraged. All the skulls from Border are going to do extra damage on the first hit at least, so that bomb's a little bit wasted. Enraged only lasts for one cast. Or one hit, essentially. To be more accurate. Yeah, no red. No brown. But we can have a cheeky skull bash. Right, let's get this red because we're going to be charged anyway, and all the borders are now ready to go. You can just cast them all back to back. Bound to get a 4-match with this many. Ludicrous. More event sigils so we can go a bit further. Let's do the higher level ones, so show how it progresses and how much longer it may take to actually bash these out. But it should still be really effective because the effective border and that enraged when you get that 4-match, super effective. Gone, one hit. Kaboosh. The other borders will be ready next turn, so here they come. Well, I say we keep on getting a barrier with this as well, so this is why it's super handy. We can take the odd hit here and there. At this stage now, you've got to be a little bit more careful. I've been just playing this completely recklessly, just not thinking about anything, just casting things as they came up. But around about now is when you need to start doing things a little bit more carefully. Make sure you collect that brown every now and again to get a barrier. Not just go berserk with border for the sake of it. Maybe take an extra brown or red now if it was there, but it's not. So I'll just let the borders build up. They pretty much wasted that. We've got our barrier. We can cast this. We'll get a status effect on everybody, which is ready to go. And now the other borders are up. And ooh, that's just about going to win. I haven't done the maths, but add 30 to that roughly. So yeah, enough. Enough. But if you notice the last 2 rounds, the hero has been a little bit close to death. So this is where maybe you could actually swap these around because this has a summon. In fact, I'll do this now just to show the effect of that, but I'm going to see what happens. I'll see if this works or not. This may be a mistake, because obviously border does not get the barrier when we collect this. It is us that gets it, but border does now get first dibs on the red. So kind of whatever you prefer, really. We'll cast this. It's got rid of the first one, but border is obviously in the line of fire now, so we are relying on 4 matches to make this flow. But still pretty effective. See, border is going to get hit by this one down here, or may avoid it, but that one, no, made it even worse. See, we lost border this time, so no, probably you can obviously cast this and get a summon. That is a pretty safe way to go. But if you're unlucky and it creates a troop that uses say red and blue, you're going to mana block border for the second cast. So I'd probably stick with the weapon up top for a speedier game. For a safer one where you can use a summon more, then obviously it is good further down, but you may lose one of our baldy friends as we go along. And let's do this. Let's switch this back round again, because I preferred it the other way round. Like I say, if you want a safer game, you don't have to, because everyone's enchanted. You get brown, you get a barrier. You can charge everybody up usually in one cast. Everyone's ready to go. This is safe. So we got unlucky there. So if you want to now, if you want to play it safe, you can look for something which will give you a barrier and brown first. Like if I click this skull manually, that's going to drop that brown to there, which is going to give me a barrier at the same time, which means we didn't get hit. We can now cast the other borders in relative safety and win the game a lot more comfortably. More skulls, more sigils. Let's do Fist of Zorn. Let's cast this, generate a mana for the team, get everyone some status effects. We lost our barrier there, but there is lots of skulls there now, so this shouldn't miss. By miss, I mean get a connection and make a 4 match on skulls, preferably at the same time. But this is, yeah, this is pretty safe. Always worth picking up the 4 matches if you can, even if you don't use the mana colour. The reason is you get the Enraged, which deals extra damage on the top troop. Right, not much going on there regarding red, so we'll grab brown, which is kind of preferred because we then get our barrier. That's what I was saying about collecting the 4 match there. It means I've got a Enraged at the same time, so we do extra damage, and wow, that was quick. That just cascaded one into the other then. That's what I was saying earlier on. That can actually work like that. If I just run out of sigils. Yes, I have. So that will do for now, because I think it's clear how the team works. So a lot of fun to use. You can make sure you can pop back and grab any other ones, any other rewards which you've completed at this stage, and you evolve the badge even further. Alright, there's a video. If you enjoyed it or found it useful, it'd be cool if you click that like and subscribe button. It really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching. Catch you again next time. Bye for now.